Hey there, so we got the AirPods 3rd generation last week, but it turns out Apple wasn't done for this year. It owns Beats, and these are the new Beats Fit Pro noise canceling earbuds. They're $200, come in 4 color options, and they might just be better than the AirPods Pro and the sports AirPods you've always wanted. Let's talk about that. Now the concept behind the Fits Pro is pretty simple. Take Beats' iconic Powerbeats Pro sports buds with its big ear hook and shrink it the hell down. I can't say I ever loved the Powerbeats Pro's design, but a lot of people do because the ear hook gives you a feeling of security that your buds aren't gonna fall off your head. I personally prefer my sports buds to have a wingtip that fits into the inside of your ear, not around the outside of it, and that's what we have here. Most of the time those wingtips, or sports fins as they're sometimes called, are removable and sometimes come in different sizes. But what's interesting with the Fit Pro is that the wingtip has been integrated into the design. It's one size fits all. You can't replace it as far as I can tell, but it does seem durable and is made of firm but pliable silicone rubber that's soft to the touch. The buds fit comfortably and securely in my ears. I much prefer this design to the Powerbeats Pros. Beats earbuds have always had a physical control button, which I do like, and the Fit Pros also have one. What's nice about it is that because it's an extension of the sport fin, it is a soft to the touch finish and a little bit of a grip to it. You use it to control music playback, answer and end calls, and a long press switches between noise canceling and transparency modes. You can also program the long press to be volume controls on the buds themselves. That's a feature a lot of people have been asking for on the AirPods, and I do suspect it is coming very soon to the new AirPods 3 and AirPods Pro. These also have always on Hey Siri, so you can raise and lower volume by just asking Apple's voice assistant to do it and issuing other voice commands without touching a button. Anyway, they're lightweight, weighing 5.6 grams each, and they fit my ears really well. As I said, they come in 4 colors, and you'll see everything but the white version in this video. I wore the lavender one around more because it shows up better in shots, but I'd personally probably go with the gray color because I'm not a flashy guy, and it kind of blends with your ears the best. I'm a little surprised Beats didn't go with red for launch, but I'm sure you'll see more colors next year. Before I get into features and performance, I just have a few more comments about the design. The one big complaint about the Powerbeats Pro is their huge case. The case for the Fit Pro isn't as small as the AirPods Pro case or even the Beats Studio Buds case, but it's still pretty compact and much smaller than the Powerbeats Pro's case. In a bit of a nod to Android users, the case charges via USB-C, not Lightning. However, it's missing the wireless charging found in the AirPods Pro and AirPods 3 cases. Battery life is rated at up to 6 hours with noise canceling on and 7 hours with it off at moderate volume levels. That's compared to around 4.5 hours for the AirPods Pro with noise canceling on and 5 hours with it off. You can get an extra 21 hours of use when the case is fully charged. Aside from the lack of wireless charging, in all other respects, the Fit Pro have the same features as the AirPods Pro. One of the big downsides of the Beats Studio Buds is that they don't have Apple's H1 chip, so they're missing things like adaptive EQ that detects how the earbuds are sitting in your ears and optimizes sound on the fly, along with those extra features for Apple users like spatial audio and auto switching between devices on your iCloud account. But these have the H1 chip, so you're getting an AirPods Pro-like experience with better sound and noise canceling than the Beats Studio Buds, as well as a top-notch transparency mode that lets you hear the outside world in a natural way. As far as I can tell, the noise canceling and transparency are at the same level as the AirPods Pro. The noise canceling isn't quite as good as Sony's or Bose's, but it's pretty close and quite effective at muffling external noise. I will say this, these actually sound slightly better than the AirPods Pro. Beats says they have custom 9.5mm drivers, and I think they have a touch more clarity, and the bass packs a little more punch and goes a little deeper. They have a pretty wide soundstage, but they don't offer quite as expansive or refined sound as the more expensive Sony WF-1000X Mark IV buds. I'm not talking about a big difference in sound quality. Sony just sounds slightly more natural, has a touch more detail that can bring out a little bit more nuance in music tracks. But I think the Beats sound will impress you a lot. It's good, and these avoid distorting at higher volumes, which probably has as much to do with the adaptive EQ as the drivers themselves. Of course, just how good a noise isolating earbud sounds is dependent on how good a fit you get. I'll just point out that I got a decent seal with the largest size of the included tips, but I ended up switching them out for my go-to Sennheiser tips that tend to fit my ears best with a lot of earbuds, including the Sonys. Now, sorry to get a little wonky here, but some companies include tips with a slightly recessed tube. That's the part that attaches to the earbuds post. But the Sennheiser's tube is flush with the outer rim of the tip, so once you put it on the post, the tip extends out from the bud a few millimeters more. Those few millimeters and the shape of the Sennheiser tips created a perfect seal in my ears with these earbuds. To be clear, the Beats tips fit my ears well, and they should fit most people's ears well, but I'm looking for the perfect fit when I test buds so I can get the optimal performance for sound quality as well as noise canceling, which can suffer if you don't get a tight seal. I can't tell you how important ear tips are. They can make or break an earbud, and I just wanted to put in a video how a subtle design difference can make an impact. But it's nice that unlike with the AirPods Pro, which have a custom tip design, that you can basically swap in any tips with these. Like the AirPods Pro, these Beats have ear detection sensors and an enhanced Find My feature with proximity view that helps locate your buds in all those places they like to hide. I'm not going to talk much about Apple's new Spatial audio feature with head tracking, other than to say that it's a nice bonus feature that allows you to get virtual surround sound when you're watching movies and TV shows on various Apple devices. Like I said in my AirPods 3 review, it's a neat effect with video watching, but a bit more hit or miss with Apple Music tracks with Dolby Atmos. It also now works with group FaceTime calls, which is kind of cool. The Beats Fit Pro will pair with most other Bluetooth audio devices, but you'll lose all the extra features like spatial audio and always on Hey Siri and audio sharing with other people who have AirPods. However, unlike the AirPods, Beats has an app for Android devices that makes their buds slightly more friendly to Android users. At least it's making some effort to appeal to Android users. From an Android perspective, the good thing about the Beats Studio Buds not having an H1 chip was that except for always on Hey Siri, it didn't have those extra Apple-only features, so you didn't feel like you were missing out on anything. In this case, you are, but Android users still might consider these thanks to their design, strong sound, good noise canceling, and excellent transparency mode, and also good voice calling performance.
All right, I'm out in the streets of New York. There's a decent amount of wind, traffic. It's about so let me know what you think of the sound. How much sound are you hearing? How much background are you hearing?
Can't really hear a whole lot of background noise, but it seems like when you have a conversation or when you start to speak, the microphones are not picking up your voice that well, so you kind of seem faint and your voice is very low.
Yes, they are better than the Studio Buds and Powerbeats Pro for making calls, but not quite as good as the AirPods 3rd generation or AirPods Pro, at least not right now. According to Beats, they have 6 microphones, up to 5 of which that are used during calls. There's a voice accelerometer that helps isolate your voice and a wind mitigation system. In my torture tests in the streets of New York, they did a decent job reducing background noise, but there were some subtle differences between these and the AirPods Pro and the AirPods 3rd generation. Some people said they heard slightly more background noise with the Beats and didn't think my voice came across quite as clearly. With the noise canceling on, I could hear everyone quite well, so no complaints on my end. It's quite possible we get some improvements with firmware upgrades, but for now I'd have to say these are good for voice calling, but a slight step behind both the AirPods 3rd generation and AirPods Pro. That said, for me, the Beats Fit Pro came out as the winner over the AirPods Pro and are the sporty AirPods I've always wanted. I like the AirPods Pro a lot and have no problem keeping them in my ears. You can also see how some people like the familiar pipe design of the AirPods Pro with their now shorter stems, and not everybody likes having the Beats be splashed across their earbuds, but the Fit Pro really do lock in your ears. And if you get a tight seal, they sound slightly better and have equally good noise canceling. Their battery life is also a little better. It will be interesting to see how much these hurt sales of the Beats Studio Buds and AirPods Pro. They're hard to compare to the AirPods 3rd generation because if you're getting those, you're getting them for their open design. But I do think you'll see the $150 Studio Buds on sale more frequently, selling for $20 to $30 off and maybe even approaching $100. While the AirPods Pro lists for $250, they sell for around $200 and sometimes less online. So they're basically the same price as the Beats Fit Pro. I guess Apple wins either way if you buy one or the other, but it's funny to see two models from the same company competing directly with each other. Maybe it will bring out the best in Apple, and the AirPods Pro 2 will be that much better when they arrive, perhaps as soon as next year. But let me know what you guys think. Sound off in the comment section, and if you're interested in any of the products mentioned, check out the description below for links on where to find them. You can get even more details in my text review on CNET. Lastly, if you found this video informative at all, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm David Carnoy for CNET. Thanks for watching.